Hi, everyone. Welcome to Movies with My Mother. I am Lexi.
And I'm Mom Lori.
And today we celebrated our 50th movie. Now, we know this is episode number 49. There is that lost episode where I got food poisoning. We're not going to talk about it.
Nope.
We might even not revisit that movie at all.
Right. It was a good one, I think.
It was a great movie. It was Identity.
Ah,
It was
yes.
great.
I thought it was good.
And so, in true 50th episode style, to celebrate, we watched.
Is this the number one
This is
cult
like,
movie?
this is one of them.
Okay.
This is what a cult classic movie is all about.
All right, wait a minute. Let me see this.
And we watched Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Holy cow.
What are you seeing?
No, yeah. Well, the first one was a movie called Freaks from 1932.
Oh, Todd Browning. Okay.
Yeah, that
ruined his career.
Did it really?
He did Dracula, and then he did Freaks, and then didn't do anything else
Oh my God.
because that ruined his career.
Back then it was hard to be a cult movie because of the amount of turnover. When they made films for movie theaters like we have TV shows.
Okay.
E- Every week you had a different movie or 5.
Okay.
People went to the movies like we watch TV.
Sure.
So it was pretty hard to have a cult movie back in the 30s. And it wasn't until the 60s that midnight movies became a thing. They because it was around that time that midnight movies started to play on TV.
Okay.
When I was a kid, back in the 50s and 60s, television stopped at midnight. It went off the air. There was no TV from 8 o'clock or midnight night until 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
So there was no TV during the night. So a midnight movie would have been shown then. And then later, as TV became more on, it became the midnight movie thing was during the time that most people were sleeping. And that's where most of the cult classics developed.
That's what I spent most of my childhood sneaking downstairs to watch midnight movies.
Okay. And in the 70s, the extended stay movies became popular. Those were movies as long as the ticket sales held out, they'd keep the movie there. Rocky Horror, you know that.
Okay.
And there were several others that people went dressed up and acted out just like that. That was during the 70s.
Okay.
And now cult classics are a part of our tradition.
Sure.
So here we are.
Awesome.
That's the start of cult classics.
That's really cool. Freaks is a really good movie, and I can understand at the time because all of the actors in the most of the actors in the movie were circus sideshow actors.
Oh, really?
Mhm. There were pinheads and little people and people with all sorts of physical deformities.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that show was a box office bomb.
Uh-huh.
Even
It ruined his career.
Yep. And the critics all had despised it. It said despised it.
I think that's because they showed the sideshow actors in a sympathetic light.
Oh, okay.
You kind of felt bad that they lived the way they did. You felt bad that this woman, the bad the main bad guy in the movie is a woman, comes in to their space and just like takes over.
Oh, okay.
This woman is a gold digger. She marries a little person to get his fortune, and she's going to
Okay.
try and kill him off
Oh,
afterwards.
okay.
And it does not end well for her because the sideshow actors took care of themselves.
Absolutely.
Um,
But yeah,
But yeah,
that's
Todd Browning was riding high off of Dracula with Bela Lugosi.
yeah.
That put him on the map, and then he did Freaks, and then he dropped
Oh dear.
instantly.
Well, that was back at a time when people could choose the movie. There were, oh, I don't like that director. I'm not going to see that.
Right,
Period. Period. End of story. End of movie.
right.
So yeah, and that brings us right up here to Plan 9 from
And
outer space.
Plan 9 came out. Well, there's several different release dates. I wrote down 1957. I think Mom wrote down
I
1959.
I have 57.
Okay. It's not rated. The cut we watched was 106 minutes long. I wrote down that the time was 79 minutes. Mom wrote down 80.
Yep,
So I don't know where this extra 20 minutes came from, but it was excruciating.
it was. It was horrible.
It's
OMG
this is a
whiz.
long goddamn movie.
Wow, yes.
Even at 80 minutes, it still would have been real long.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was written, produced, and directed by Ed Wood Jr.
Yep, what a guy.
Yeah. It got 66% on Rotten Tomatoes,
Okay.
56 on Metascore,
Mm,
and 3.9 out of 10 on IMDb, which I think is the lowest rating from
I'm
IMDb that we have ever seen.
I'm pretty sure that is correct. We've watched some awful movies, but this was this was the topper.
This was decidedly awful.
Wow. Wow. And especially because I read in there that so much of it was stock footage.
Right.
It was just a movie pieced together.
Yeah. The Bella Lugosi scenes, you can tell where Bella is and where the actor stand in for Bella was.
Who was the a chiropractor of his buddy, and I know I have that written down. We may have to revisit that.
Okay. Because that was shot in 1951 for an unknown project that just had footage and no direction.
Right. It was a bunch of footage. That was at the end of Bela Lugosi's life,
Yeah.
and Ed was doing his. He was trying to help him,
Yeah.
and he was just doing footage to put together a movie. I think is what was in his mind.
Right.
I don't know that this was the movie that was going to be the end, but that was what he was doing. He was trying to help Lugosi, and Lugosi's son thought that he was just taking advantage of him, a sick old man, but he knew that he could make he, Lugosi's son knew that somebody could make money on his father's name, and that was kind of a sad part of it.
Well, it is Hollywood, and
Right.
if you don't get used, how can you say you're even in Hollywood?
Right. And I think um throughout many of those actors were like that they, it was move it or lose it.
Right.
If people don't see me, I don't make money and they don't remember me.
Right.
That's kind of a sad way to go.
Well, I guess that's fame in a nutshell.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Fleeting.
Okay, so you do your thing. Do your plot and everything. I've talked over you from the very beginning. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's an interesting movie. This movie has a lot of talking points, so
Yes, it
feel
does.
free to jump in. The movie only had an estimated budget of $60,000. I did not get any gross intake
I saw nothing.
dollars, so who the hell knows how much money it actually made.
Right.
It since it's on like all these classic horror apps, I'm assuming it's public domain at this point. So,
Probably.
nobody's making money off of it. Um, the plot is that aliens attack Earth and set their ninth plan into action. As the aliens resurrect the dead, the lives of the living are in danger.
Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, that's kind of a little broad, but
But that was the whole in a nutshell.
yep. The cast was Gregory Walcott, Tom Keane, Mona McKinnon, Cor Johnson, Vampira, Lyle Talbot, Bela Lugosi, and Criswell. Those were the names that I recognized. There were so many names listed in as top
Right.
billed that I just didn't write down.
And a lot of them were just people that I knew that were hanging around the day I was there. You know, how did the guy from the Baptist church get involved?
Oh,
That's the stuff I want. He was the president of the Baptist convention in California or Los Angeles.
yeah.
How did a guy like that get to be hanging around with an alcoholic cross-dresser? I don't get it.
I don't know. I really don't know. Ed Wood is such an interesting character. He's a living character.
Yes, he absolutely is. I mean, he started out in a normal family and a normal life. His dad worked for the postal service. I mean, just ordinary type guy. Well, it went south when his mother started dressing him as a girl
Oh,
because she
okay.
wanted a girl. She didn't want a boy, she wanted a girl.
Whoa, okay.
And she dressed him
So
up.
she's a psychopath. There's nothing ordinary about that. She's a psychopath.
Well, I think back in when was that?
You do that when they're infants, not when they can walk and talk.
Right. Oh my goodness, that's true. That's true, but I think back then, well, and really, I mean, I have pictures of my dad from the 30s, and he had a little dress on, but it wasn't a dress.
No, it was
It
probably
it was like a shift,
yeah,
because that's what every little kid wore. A jumper, I guess they would call it. A sleeveless thing that went down to your knees.
yeah.
So, I mean,
We had a baby shower for a girl at work recently, and I went in with a friend to get the gift. We went in together
uh,
and bought this gift, and she said, "Make sure whatever," because the baby shower was gender neutral because they didn't know
okay,
what they were having,
that's cool.
and um the girl I went in with had 2 boys, and she said, "Listen, find whatever you find, make sure it has the little dresses." She's like, "Because it's so convenient." He's like, "It doesn't matter if you have a boy or a girl. Get those little cotton dresses,
Yeah,
and diaper change in the middle of the night is a breeze."
right.
And I was just like, "Oh, okay, sure, whatever."
Because you don't gotta fight to get their little feet out of the leg holes and
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Been there, done that.
So, that's still a thing, those little shifts.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, but like you said, he continued on.
Yeah, it becomes a weird thing when you're 8 and you're dressed up in your mom's clothes. That's
Well,
weird.
yeah.
That's not normal.
Well,
And that creates weird places in people's brains.
yeah. 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 So,
Okay, so his mom was a psychopath.
yeah.
That sucks.
He got his first movie camera in 1936 when he was 12.
Okay.
And his first movie was um, pictures of the Hindenburg going over the Hudson River
Oh, okay.
shortly before it blew up.
Okay.
So, I mean, he was on it from right from the beginning.
Yeah.
So, I think that's how cool would that be to see that Hindenburg and get that little camera out and take pictures of it going by me,
Right.
only to know that just sometime later it would be
It's gonna blow up.
yeah, it would be a disaster
Yeah.
that was on the radio. It was on the radio. Everybody heard it.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I read that his movies look, they look crazy because they're crazy.
Yeah.
But they have that look because his ideas were so big and his
I
budget was so small,
mhm,
and to kind of fit all of the big ideas into that little tiny budget box. You have to respect the hustle.
right, right. What I got out of what I have read, is this is a guy way ahead of his time.
Oh, uh-huh.
He was not, uh, a movie director for that time. He should be a movie director now
Okay.
with the unbelievable ideas that he has and the willingness to step out of the box
Mhm.
and just do something. You know, would he get a chance to do that today? You know, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This movie became part of the cult classic business, when the book The Golden Turkey Awards came out,
Okay.
and it was named the worst ever film and the worst ever director.
Okay.
And people said it was so bad, it was good. One of those things.
Well, I've seen, like, other Ed Wood movies.
Uh-huh.
Like, we have an Ed Wood box set around here somewhere.
Oh my goodness.
Um, like, The Girl on Lover's Lane and Glen or Glenda, they're not good movies. They're
Was that during his sexploitation time?
no.
Okay, that was before that?
Yeah.
Okay.
He had a sexploitation time?
Well, when in his later life, when he wasn't making movies for regular, I remember hearing that Glenn and Glenda thing,
Okay.
name, when and stuff I read. He turned to sexploitation and he wrote pornography.
Oh,
I mean,
hey.
that's what sold.
Yeah. Make your money.
Yeah, he needed money to live, and
There is always going to be somebody that wants to watch it,
absolutely,
that wants to consume any variety of pornography.
absolutely. So that Glenn and Glenda was not part of that.
I don't remember.
Okay. All right. But this was a time of the atomic age was upon them,
Mhm.
and there was a lot of fear.
Yeah.
There was the bomb that had everybody knew about the bomb,
Right.
and they were afraid of stuff like that.
Well, and that's a little heavy-handed in this did you catch that? The aliens are like, you men are violent and stupid, and
Yes.
you are resort to war before you resort to thinking, and
Yes.
that was really heavy-handed in this movie, that
A-
message.
absolutely. Absolutely. I was a little surprised when I saw that. I
Especially for that time.
right. Can you say stuff like that and people still accept you? I
Right.
that was weird. But that was part of and the space race was going to be beginning,
Right.
and
Had the Cold War started?
well, that would have been
1957?
40. You know what? The Cold War probably would have been in its infancy right then. 'Cause don't you think of that as the 60s? Let me
More
turn.
John Kennedy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think of in the Cold War. That was the 60s. But I mean, this was right there the doorstep.
Sure. Oh, but the space race was always a thing.
Right. Here's I got facts about the Cold War.
When did it start?
Come on, computer. Well, we'll have to talk about other stuff while it's thinking.
Okay.
I'm not hooked up to Alexis's Wi-Fi, so
Oh,
so
we can get that changed if
I
you want.
know. I mean, why would I want to do something like that?
Okay.
you know, you know, it lasted nearly 50 years.
Okay.
Um, it, it's when it ends.
Well, what did they say was the end? The Berlin Wall?
Yes.
That's 1989.
Yes.
So 1940, nearly 50 years. That the end of the 40s, the beginning of the 50s. That would, yeah, okay. So we were in the Cold War at this point.
Oh, yeah. Yes, we were. You're right. You and your math skills. But yes.
I only know about the Berlin Wall being in 1989 because the anniversary just came up,
Oh, right. I did see that on the
and
news.
we had to talk about it in our morning news brief
Oh, okay. All right.
at work. My morning news brief.
So what was the consensus? Was that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, we really just joked about how David Hasselhoff was there singing.
Oh, he was big over there in Germany, though.
Right.
Big,
I
big.
mean, that's really what it turned into,
He
was a
was
joke about
he was
Hasselhoff.
Beatles big back there.
Oh, yeah.
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 Oh my goodness. Yeah. So, yep, yep. Wood wanted to do an epic movie with
He
this.
claimed that this film was his pride and joy.
Yes, yes, he did. He thought that this was the best of the best that he had ever done. And, you know, is that a bad thing to think your work is good? I mean, in that day, I would think that this would be kind of a scary movie.
And I think, you know, taking myself out of, now with all of the big blockbuster
Correct.
effects and CGI
Correct.
and all of that, and going back to almost basics,
This was the beginning of the movies.
that would have been a cool movie, even though you could see the spaceship on strings, and it was very obviously paper plates and stuff
It,
and
it wasn't a
tinfoil.
paper plate. It was not.
What was
We'll
it?
get to that. Do you want me to tell you that now?
Yeah, what was it?
It was the flying saucer was a plastic model kit from 1952, Paul Lindbergh's model kit line.
I did
It
read
was
that.
kit number 517, and I have photos of it that we can put on
Okay.
our
Our Facebook.
Facebook page.
Oh, cool. Okay.
The Lindbergh line had a number of spaceships, so we can those on there that that and this one, which it talks about, it comes with an authentic alien.
Oh,
It comes with an authentic little green man.
oh, how fun.
But they did not. They threw the little green man away, and they painted the entire spaceship silver.
Okay.
So it was not, contrary to belief, it was not paper plates put together. It was a little plastic model.
Listen, paper plates are fine.
I think so. I thought our paper plate spaceship was pretty damn cool.
Yeah. Is Luli still playing with it?
She left it. No, she left it.
Okay.
But yes, it was not. But yeah, the alien was not moved. Okay, the alien that the kit came with was not used.
Okay.
And all of the shooting stuff that we saw was
Stock
stock
footage.
footage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Footage of the Pentagon and everything.
Yes. Yes. But this was a time when people were serious about this stuff. And they were serious about their government conspiracies and alien invasion. They were really serious about it. It wasn't
Well, the U.S. government has always been real, you know, closed book on matters that people actually care about.
right.
So that's why conspiracy theories persist. That's
Correct.
why they exist in the
Correct.
first place, because our government doesn't share what they know with us.
Right.
Which, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Do we need to know everything?
Um,
I think we need to
right.
know more than we do, but I don't think we need to know
But
everything.
on the other hand, will people learn what they need to know
No,
anyway?
I think we're all
No.
way too stupid.
And as far as flying saucers, are they real? Are they not?
They have
Who knows? I say yes.
they have
There's
put out that aliens do, or that spaceship or unidentified objects do exist.
unidentified objects. do exist.
Yeah.
Yes. It's true. I mean, many, many, many people have seen something that they didn't know what it was. And as far as that goes, we're just a tiny, tiny speck in the universe. What what's not to say that there's something else out there smarter than us?
There was a meme, an Austin Powers meme that was just like, "Oh, they blew past it. They heard about aliens and moved way past it. We need to drop something else." And they're like, "Reveal who killed Tupac."
Yeah.
That's what Frau Farbissina was yelling.
Oh. Well, didn't it happen?
Yeah,
It happened this year, didn't
yeah.
it?
We breezed past aliens and went right for Tupac's murder.
Right, right. But hey, you know me, I'm a big fan of Ancient Aliens, and I love me a little Giorgio Tsoukalos, but what explains it?
Well,
How do you explain some of that stuff?
do you think the ancient alien theory is a little wonky because it definitely skews very white? uh
I had never thought of it like that,
the
but
browner
okay.
you get, the more alien intervention there is.
Okay.
So you see where I'm going with
But
that?
but how do you explain those pyramids? And
Levers.
how do you
Levers and dollies. Simple machines.
but they didn't even have metal tools. How could they have a simple machine?
Soft rocks. Hard rocks.
I don't know.
Bake that sand into glass.
I have to wonder about it.
Oh, I
I do like see I have to wonder about it.
I'm just saying that the white people aren't getting the alien intervention that the brown population did. So let's
Okay.
let's keep that in the back of our minds.
All right.
A little wonky.
Okay. But that was a time when that was an interest, a frightening interest to people.
Yeah, because
They
what?
they didn't know where things stood.
Right.
So,
And the
interesting.
the fear of the unknown will drive anybody's
Absolutely.
psychosis.
Absolutely. How I can get myself worked up trying to go to a new place. You know,
100%.
how do I get there? Where is it? How am I going to get there?
Yeah,
Yeah. So, I mean, on a global scale, that might be even more frightening.
100%.
And I don't think, I mean, you kids have lived through war. I think that even back when I was a kid and Vietnam was going on, I mean, there was so much unknown there, and I think that that was kind of more frightening than stuff now. I mean, now we have reporters embedded with the troops.
Right.
I mean, we see everything
Right.
in a time, what's it called? In a certain time, in a timely fashion.
Oh, you mean news now?
Yeah, news now.
The 24-hour news cycle?
Right.
Yeah, we can see what's happening
Right
minute to
now.
minute.
Right.
Yeah.
And back then we didn't have that.
No.
And back even further into the 50s, we didn't have that.
And Korea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, right.
Korea was then.
Well, I I was born after Korea, so
Right.
that's why I can't really talk to that. I remember Vietnam.
Right.
So, and yes, there were newsmen there, but it wasn't we didn't have 24-hour news
Yeah,
then.
but we didn't and you didn't have the newsman standing next to the a guy in a foxhole.
Right. Correct.
Yeah.
So, but it's all relative, I think. It's all relative for the time that it was happening.
Sure.
And I guess as bad as this movie was, it was it was right on time.
Okay.
It was what was happening then, what the real people were thinking about. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Would aliens waste their time resurrecting the dead?
Right.
to use as weapons.
Right. And how could that happen? Right. I don't think that that would happen. An
But
an army wait a minute, didn't we just already see the Army of the Dead?
that was Army of Darkness.
Okay, same difference.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, it was, yeah, strange happenings.
Okay.
I don't know. What else do we wanna talk about? Oh, you wanna talk about more about Ed Wood himself?
I can't hear you.
You wanna talk about more Ed Wood himself?
Sure. Let's talk about Ed Wood.
His first job in cinema was at age 17. Nope, it wasn't. His first job was an usher in cinema at the movie theater. At 17, he joined the Marines, and he was in for 4 years,
Okay.
and he claimed that he was more afraid of being wounded than he was getting killed because the medics would then find that he had a pink bra and panties on under his uniform.
Oh.
I thought that was pretty funny. I mean, let's face it, you get up to a wounded guy and you pull open his shirt to check his pulse and everything, and he's got a pink bra. Maybe that's where Klinger came from.
Maybe.
Huh.
Well, Slinger did that to get sent home.
Yeah. Okay. That is true. That is
He
true.
was real flagrant about it because he was just like, fuck it, send me home. Hurt my feelings.
I know. Um, he moved to Hollywood in 1947,
Okay.
and he wrote lots of scripts, and he directed TVs and westerns. He did over 150 commercials.
Holy cats.
Yeah, that's a lot. 1948 was his first movie. I have turned the page. Hold on. My fingers aren't working. Um, he seemed to be a very colorful man.
Okay.
He had lots of pen names.
Sure.
Uh, here's the stuff I wrote about Bela Lugosi. Wood met Lugosi in 1952 through a mutual friend.
Okay.
And yes, his son felt that his father was being taken advantage of. But on the other hand, Wood felt that he was helping him through some tough years. He had divorced his wife and he was addicted to morphine.
And alcohol.
Yes. And he was just, sound like he was a real wreck.
Just kind of a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a guy who had been famous for years and now he not so much.
Right.
That's got to be a tough place to be. I would think for, some of these actors that even now I see people on TV that I remember seeing on TV in the 70s and I'm thinking, what are they doing? And it was kind of weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, Wood was helping. He called himself helping him
Okay.
and trying to make a movie for him,
Sure.
but it didn't work out. Well, I guess it worked out okay, but Lugosi died of it said a heart attack, but I think a lot of heart attacks happened back then because
Yeah.
Mr. Edward Jr. also died of a heart attack, but I bet it was something different.
Okay.
He was quite an alcoholic. He and his second wife it seemed like they spent all their money on drink. They were evicted often,
Oh dear.
and their friends were trying to help them, but they were violent to each other.
Oh
Any
yeah.
any day they'd pick up and one would beat the shit out of the other, and then the other would beat the shit out of the other. I mean, it sounded like a pretty
Yeah.
pretty horrible relationship. Criswell always said that he thought that they were going to kill each other.
Oh,
That they would eventually kill each other.
well, he was wrong. Most of his predictions were wrong.
Yes, they were. Uh, After a 1978 eviction, everything kind of went to hell in a handbag then. They were evicted from their apartment, and literally everything they owned was thrown in the trash.
Ugh.
All of his scripts, all of his memorabilia. He had, as a kid, he had gone to the theaters every week and got the posters out of the trash and saved them. He had saved um, thousands of movie
Oh
posters
no.
that would probably not.
Taking care of all his problems.
I have to wonder if that would have, if he had been a thinking mind, that would have helped him,
Yeah.
you know. But literally everything they owned was thrown away. Even his typewriter that he used to write on was pitched into the garbage, and it wasn't long after that that he died of a heart attack December 10th, 1978.
Oh dear.
A heart attack. He called from another room. He wanted a drink and said he couldn't breathe. And half hour, 45 minutes later, somebody went in and saw, oh, he's dead. That was kind of a, he called to his wife that he couldn't breathe. He needed some help or something. And she said, oh, let him be. He's just carrying on. And then when somebody went in later, he was really dead.
Well, sometimes you cry wolf.
Right. Exactly. And if they had such a fractious relationship like that, if their relationship was strictly physical relationship, you know, who knows? I mean, yeah, she probably didn't think anything of it.
Right.
So yeah,
Oh, that sucks.
yeah. And in 1982, there was a tribute to him, and that's kind of where I stopped. That's when Fluffy. I was worried about Fluff. Did I say Fluffy?
You did.
When I was worried about Reginald Manchego, I kind of quit. But that was what led to the Ed Wood movie.
With Tim Burton and Johnny
Tim
Depp.
Burton. Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Yes. That's where that was leading to what I was reading,
Oh,
and
okay.
I don't have anything more about it. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Um then I have some, like, just like trivia.
I've got
What
I've
you
got
got?
some trivia too.
Okay, what you got?
We talked about it being funded by the Baptist Church and how the Baptist Church was involved.
Yeah.
Several cast members let themselves be baptized
Yes.
as, I guess, a goodwill gesture.
Correct, to improve their relationship. Yep.
Bela Lugosi supplied his own costume, one of the capes he wore uh, when he was in Dracula on the stage.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah,
Oh, wow. I didn't read that. That's cool.
I read that Vampira was paid $200 for her appearance.
Did you check to see what that would be now?
No,
I got that. Let me turn the pages a couple of times here.
it said that she asked to be mute because she didn't like the dialogue that was written for her.
Right. Right. And it was that Paul Marco,
Okay.
the cop that kept getting beat down, had a
Oh,
gun
okay.
loaded, is that he was a buddy of um Edward Jr.'s.
Okay.
He's the one that paid her the $200, and in today's money, that would be $2,300.
My God.
Yeah, can you imagine? But this guy who did it was his livelihood too. I mean, this movie was going to be his livelihood.
Right.
So come on, sister, do this for me. Here's $200.
Speaking more about Vampira, she credits silent film star Theda Bara
Yeah.
as her main influence for the role,
Yeah,
and I can definitely see that.
she was a beautiful woman. Yeah.
And also, she would get into costume at home and take the bus to the studio.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
Could
weird.
you imagine seeing Vampire on the bus?
No.
Just
Yeah.
just a normal day, sunny California. Do Vampira.
Hey, Vampire just got on the bus. I'd be texting somebody. Vampire just got no. You don't text anybody then. Vampire got on the bus. But was she famous then?
Oh yeah.
Okay. But then again, back then, were people really enthralled by famous people like we are today?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably, and especially like a B movie character like her.
Yeah.
You know.
She's just everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, here's the chiropractor. Remember the Bella Lugosi's stand-in man?
Uh huh.
Chiropractor Tom Mason.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Gregory Walcott, who played Jim Trent, the
Yes.
airplane pilot, said he signed on to this reluctantly, telling Ed Wood that it was the worst script he had ever read, and he worried about finding work after this because he was just like, "This is gonna ruin me. This is."
That's exactly what he thought.
But he did go on to have a
Yes.
pretty big career after this.
Yes.
He was one of the only people to do so.
Well, um, not so. I mean, the guy we saw, um, that we recognized, he had a movie career and
The Major,
yeah. No, the general.
yeah, whatever. The military guy.
Isn't that terrible? I can't even think of his name. Oh my
We even talked
goodness.
about it.
I know
Why
because I
isn't it
looked
in
it
either
up
of our
and
brains?
Lyle Talbot. I
Oh,
should have remembered that Lyle Talbot.
okay. That was one of the names I wrote down.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Joanna Lee, the female alien, disowned any involvement in the film in later years.
Oh, you're kidding.
No,
I didn't read that. Why? And
it's a terrible movie.
I don't think an alien it looks like a person.
No,
So she should.
yeah.
Yeah.
Production was able to get cars and uniforms through Tor Johnson's son Carl, who was an officer in the San Fernando Police Department.
Oh my gosh. I didn't read that either. How cool.
Yeah. We talked about the scar on his face moving, and that was because it caused severe skin irritation.
The what the
Probably
chemicals
the
that it was
glue.
made of
Yeah.
is what caused it. And if it stayed in one spot too long, it could cause a burn. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh.
we noticed this in the movie. The tombstones in the cemetery just flapped around anytime a light breeze hit them,
They were made that's because they were made of cardboard.
and styrofoam.
Yep.
The cemetery used for filming is the Pioneer Memorial Cemetery in Sylmar, California. It still exists, though many of the gravestones have been stolen and or vandalized.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's because people are animals.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I mean, for crying out loud, stealing from a dead person, that's pretty deep. That's pretty deep down sad.
Yeah. This was interesting to me. This is just all, how pop culture ties into pop culture. In 1977, Glenn Danzig created his own independent label, his record label, to release Misfits albums on.
Uh-huh.
And it was originally called Blank Records, but it was later renamed Plan 9 Records.
Oh my gosh.
And the Misfits, the early Misfits, the Danzig Misfits, had a song called Vampira.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
cool.
they did a lot of songs that were like they had The Fly or Return of the Fly and just just songs like that horror business that doesn't relate to anything, but it just all their, the stuff and how that's where they found their niche in horror rock.
Oh my gosh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, Gregory Walcott's script, his original script,
Uh-huh.
is the wallpaper in the restroom at Plan 9 Ale House.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, that goes along with that too.
Yeah.
Cool.
This movie, I mean, I've seen it 1,000 times.
Uh-huh.
And it's just one of those things that you see in the background of things because it probably is public domain and it or the rights are very cheap to buy to
Mhm.
use. But yeah, this is one of those movies that riff tracks, the mystery science guys that now that they're not mystery science guys, they do a thing called riff tracks.
Oh, okay.
They do a riff on Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Oh, okay.
They also do one on House on a Haunted Hill.
All right.
Um, that's a Vincent Price movie.
I didn't know that. I figured it was something movie related, but I don't know it. I know you know it.
It's another one of those um public domains. And I was thinking about next Halloween, we should do public domain horror.
Oh, okay. Okay, that
We'll watch like Night of the Living Dead and like Nosferatu,
yeah,
you know, the,
yeah.
the stuff that you can get on a horror movie classics, buy 50 discs for, $5.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
you buy a CD, it has a million movies on it.
right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. We could do that.
Yeah, we could definitely do that 'cause there's a lot to choose from.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I read that Criswell rewrote all of his narration
Yes.
because he thought the stuff Ed Wood wrote was stupid.
Okay.
He's like, it's too boring. We
Yeah.
got to get rid of it.
He certainly had a bend for that kind of thing. That was all um the way it was done was all taken from the Chrysler's Futurama. Was
Okay,
it Chrysler? But yeah, they made the movie. They made industrial movies. Advertisements is what they were
sure.
about their cars and things, and it was Futurama was one of them.
Huh,
So yeah, that Criswell's a pretty interesting guy.
sure.
I I think. Let me see what I have about him. More page turning. The amazing Criswell. Is that how it's pronounced?
I think so.
He was born in 1907, died in 1982. So many of these people died in the 80s and 70s and 90s. And I thought, man, that was like just like recently.
No, it was 30 years ago.
Then I thought,
1982 was 40 years ago.
then I thought that, and I thought, oh, I'm really old. I am really, really old. Okay. Chris Well was a psychic well known for his wildly inaccurate predictions. He had a loud, powerful voice that sounded like he was very knowledgeable, like he knew what he was talking about. He loved sequins. He claimed that he slept in a coffin. That's because he grew up in a mortuary. His
Oh,
father was
an Undertaker?
an undertaker, so coffins were nothing to him.
Huh,
He started really actually how he started was what we would call today infomercials.
sure.
He sold vitamins,
Okay,
and the psychic stuff was just like a little part of the show, a little, you know,
a little piece of flair.
yeah, yeah. So
Huh.
yeah. So what did I say? I saw that the world was going to end in cannibalism in
August.
August 18th, 1999.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
cannibalism.
cannibalism.
We're
What did I
we're
say?
still here. I'm fully intact.
And I had well, I did have an egg for breakfast. So,
But we didn't have a human egg.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
We had a chicken egg.
A chicken egg. You're
Because
right.
there's no food in this movie. We said, what the fuck are we gonna do for a theme meal? So we just had breakfast. We
Yeah.
just had a fabulous, fabulous breakfast. And I thought about getting it out onto our, our prison trays, our 1950s, you know, TV dinner
We didn't
trays.
even take a picture of our plates today.
Picture of mine.
Oh, okay. I always take a picture of mine and I just dove right in. I was hungry
I started
apparently.
eating and then said, oh shit, I gotta get a picture.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, when Lex said, "What should we eat?" I thought, "Okay, let's go perfectly simple here. Let's fry an egg and make a biscuit."
Yeah, because
And
the only other idea I had was 1950s TV dinners.
oh,
That was the only other idea I had. But god damn it, have you had a TV dinner lately? They're terrible.
oh, you know what? I haven't even wanted to try a TV dinner in 20 years.
They're terrible.
Because they're in a little cardboard curtain now.
Yeah,
And how good would that taste?
right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I thought, scramble a couple of eggs. And Lex went way out. She made some delicious sausage and some gravy and biscuits. I mean, we had a good
Oh
breakfast.
yeah.
We had a really good breakfast. So
And Big Daddy's gonna have a good snack when he gets home.
he can make an egg sandwich, egg and gravy and
Yeah.
sausage. That'd be delicious. So yeah, I mean, yeah, there was none. They had lots of drinking. They were drinking a
They're
lot.
smoking the entire
Drinking
time.
and smoking. We could have done that.
I feel sick just thinking about
Yeah,
it.
me too. And the smell. Ooh. Yeah.
Um,
Good. Not good.
due to its mixed use of stock footage, there is no technically correct aspect ratio in which this film can be shown.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Is that why it's formatted now on TV?
Probably.
Okay.
It started playing on TV in 1961
Yep.
on something called Thrillerama.
Yes. I read about that. Yes.
And we talked about how this is technically the final film of Bela Lugosi, technically speaking.
Yes.
This is also the final film of actor Tom Keane.
Uh-huh.
He was the colonel,
Right.
the
And
guy, the military guy that got onto the spaceship.
he was pretty famous too. I mean, he had a lot of credits. He was a singing cowboy and he was in lots of westerns and stuff. Um lots of but all of those movies that showed at the movie theaters. They just had tons of movies. They made tons of movies.
Right.
So,
And the final bit of trivia I wrote down was that a remake is in development,
no, how could you remake this movie?
but I couldn't find anything solid about that.
I read nothing about that. How in the world could you remake this movie?
And make it interesting. I don't know because this movie that's the whole problem with this movie is that it's uninteresting.
Correct. Correct. I mean, because we're so far out, we know what um public domain stuff is, and we know what stock footage is,
Right.
and how can someone make a quote unquote movie with just that kind of stuff?
I don't know.
It's just amazing to even the music that was used was public domain music,
Really?
and most of it wasn't even credited in the credits.
Really?
So how how what a re
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
yeah,
I
I don't know.
just don't know.
Yeah, because it really wasn't even until after Edward Jr.'s death that this movie became famous or a
Okay.
success,
Well, that makes sense.
so but craziness, just craziness.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Remaking this kind of movie? No. No, because people aren't afraid of the atomic bomb anymore, and then we're not afraid of stuff like that anymore. We're not naive like those people
Well,
were.
I think people still are afraid of aliens.
I do well, like I've already mentioned my favorite show
Right.
and my favorite host. So,
So I mean, I think because of people are always going to be afraid of that unknown element of, what does an alien look like? Do they look like us? Do they look like little green men? Are they green? Are they purple?
yeah, yeah, you're absolutely
You
right.
know?
That's you. I guess you are right. There is that.
And what are they going to do to us when they meet us? Are they going to eat us? Are they going to take care of us? Are
Yeah.
they going to vivisect us?
Well,
Because I tell you what, one thing I am afraid of, vivisection.
I don't know what that is.
It's like dissection, but you're still alive.
Oh, oh dear. I wouldn't like
I
that.
don't think anybody would.
That would not be fun.
No.
No. Ouch. No, I don't. I think. I think. I don't know. And SETI hasn't received any messages from outer space recently, so we don't have any tapes of conversations from outer
Oh,
space.
okay. Did they get the record we sent them?
We don't know yet. They haven't responded back.
Oh, okay.
Well, not at least SETI hasn't let us know that
Okay.
they've responded back. But like Bunny said, they haven't even responded to me. Well, they have the tapes because we heard them. The guy played them for us.
Yeah.
So why doesn't the king of the aliens know what's going on?
Oh no.
I don't know either. But I think I need to go look up more about that bunny guy.
Sure.
What was
Bunny
it?
Breckenridge, was that the
But
name?
yes, Bunny Breckenridge. He was pretty fancy, don't you think?
Yeah,
He had an awful lot of eye makeup on.
he really did.
But he was very, very well known drag queen back then.
Okay.
So I took my glasses off.
I was gonna say they're
I
on your
didn't
head. No, they're not.
just took them off of my um so you were talking about him cross dressing. Well, I mean, if a guy guy was well known for being a drag queen in that time, what does that mean? Were people back then shocked by cross dressers and um gay people?
I think it certainly isn't as well accepted as it is today. And that's even saying something because it's not accepted today. People are still picking on drag queens. They're
There's
not
there's
doing a goddamn thing to you. Leave them alone.
there's laws in Florida against drag shows and drag queens.
That's because Florida just needs to fall off. Just
Well, the financial business came out for Disneyland
Disney
World.
World.
Disney World this last week, and it talked about the amount of money it has made for Florida and the amount of people it has working there for Florida.
Right.
So what do you say? What do you say, Ted? What that's your biggest industry,
Ted, his name's Ron. That guy's name is Ron.
Ted Cruz?
He cruises in Texas.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
He's another dummy.
Don't they kind of look alike?
Not really.
The doofy.
They're both stupid looking. No, but you're talking about Ron DeSantis.
Ron DeSantis, yes. Oh my gosh. See, I got all my jerks in line, don't I?
Yeah,
But yeah,
they're
I
all out of
mean,
order.
what do you say? I mean, what other industry in your state makes that kind of money?
Right,
So, you know.
right. Justin's uncle works for the mouse.
Oh, cool. Yes. In on the wiki it says that Bunny's occupation is drag queen.
Oh,
So,
hey, at that time, go for it.
I yeah, why not? I mean, I don't care what kind of clothes you wear.
Those drag queens look better than I do.
I know, and that
Bitches.
always makes me sick. I'm always so mad about that.
But I mean, the fact that they exist, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no.
You want to read to kids in full drag? Go right ahead. You know who doesn't want to spend time with children? Me.
Okay. Ouch.
So if you want to spend time enriching the lives of children, you go for it. And
Yeah.
wear whatever the fuck you want that covers up your bathing suit parts.
Yep. That's pretty much it.
That's
I
all.
mean,
That's all I require. I mean, that's pretty much all I require for you just existing in the world. Just cover up your bathing suit parts and leave me alone.
yeah, well, on the other hand, I mean, who really cares? I mean, I've seen plenty of naked people and they kind of all are the same. Disgusting. Don't you think naked people are disgusting at your age? I've seen plenty of boobs. I've seen plenty of dicks. That's all that,
I don't want to
they
hear
all
about
look the
that. First of
same.
all,
Oh, I'm talking in general. You watch movies. Come on, don't tell me you haven't seen plenty on TV. They're all just, whatever. They're all, once you've seen one, you've seen them all.
yeah, pretty much.
So, but goddamn, why do they always have better clothes than I have?
I don't know.
Mm.
We made a TikTok today.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
It's ridiculous because I don't know if you know this about us, but we are
we
ridiculous.
are. We are very.
So far it has 724 views.
Wow.
We've been recording for an hour. So it's been up for an hour.
I want to see. I can't imagine why people want to see us ridiculousness.
I don't know, but they do. And thanks for looking at us because we're idiots.
I know, and we love doing it so much. I was thinking last night, oh, we got to have some kind of a plan. I didn't have any plan. There was nothing to plan.
Well, I made the spaceship, and I was just like, well, we'll use that as a prop, and I don't know, just be silly about it.
Yeah, and I brought a stick in, and she didn't know why.
Yeah, I thought there was something specific about that stick, but she said it was just to hold up the.
Just to hold the spaceship.
And I was just like, I've got an arm for that.
Stick was better.
The stick was better.
The stick was way too long.
It was way too long.
It was about 5 feet tall. I mean, maybe 4 foot tall, and
Oh,
it
I
kept
mean,
hitting the ceiling.
and also I did make a rather large dental floss string,
That's okay,
because I didn't know,
right?
but we made it work and we had fun with it. Scared the hell out of Tallulah. She didn't like it.
No, she did. She did like the floss.
Yeah.
She did like the floss.
Well, it was mint flavored. I'm sure she enjoyed that.
Oh, okay,
That was the only floss I could find that was under $5.
okay.
Who knew that floss was so expensive? Justin uses
The little
the
stick.
little sticky things.
Oh, well, honey, everything is expensive
Oh my
anymore.
god.
Oh man, here we got Thanksgiving coming up and Christmas, and I'm thinking, how are people going to feed their families?
I
They
don't
keep
know.
saying a meal for 10 is going to cost $60. When was the last time we had a meal for our family that cost $60?
Today.
We had eggs and sausage and it cost you $60?
The only thing extra I bought 4 cans of um dry shampoo because I was completely out of
Oh,
dry
well,
shampoo.
that
So that's $25. But I, I spent
yeah,
I bought dry shampoo, dental floss, and breakfast, and it was $63
yeah,
leaving the grocery store yesterday.
I can't even imagine a turkey dinner for 10 being $60.
God
I
no.
I probably spent close to $200 making Mexican for our family dinner in September.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
I don't know.
And all the people at the grocery store, there were so many people just clamoring where I needed to be. And it was just like, pick up what you need and get the fuck out of the way. Why are
No,
we hanging out here? Like I had to shop on the outside ring because people were like in the aisle, like clogging up the aisle.
I don't understand why people have to park their cart in front of shit to look at
I
it.
don't know.
You're not the only one in this goddamn store.
I parked my cart like way down by the milk and ran back to the
Yes.
biscuits and butter.
Park over
It,
there by that display and then come into the meat section.
yeah, it was just like,
Nobody's
get
gonna
out.
buy off of that display, but everybody's buying off the meat section.
I'm gonna start taking shit out of people's carts that I want.
Oh, well, now, isn't that a good idea?
Get out of the way. If you don't want me shopping out of your cart, get out of the way so I can shop off the store shelf.
I know. I don't. Well, that might be the very last one, and you the fuck can't have it. I need it.
I will fight somebody in the grocery store. I am to the point in my life where I will fist fight you in the grocery store. Try me.
Oh my God, I know it. And I try to buy stuff out of they always have those display cases in the middle by the meat.
Oh, the coffins.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I couldn't remember that.
Yeah.
The coffins. I got butter out of there the other day. They had it on sale.
Yeah. That's why I
Um,
wanted to buy butter.
yeah, it was last week it was 2 for $5. And anytime butter is under $5, I buy it
Yeah.
and keep it in my freezer. But I try to buy stuff out of those coffins so I don't have to go over to the regular sections. But they don't always have the right cheese in those coffins.
Right.
They always
Right.
they always have sharp cheddar, and I don't want sharp cheddar.
I
I
don't
want Colby.
yeah.
I guess, I often buy sharp cheddar because I'm not going over there and searching for the Colby. Because there's three little old ladies with their carts and clogging it up.
Yeah.
Oh well.
And normally, because I have time, I will just stand there and stare at you. I will just stand and stare.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, do you want to get in here? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I've only been here for 10
I'd
minutes.
like a pound of butter, please.
Yeah. Thank you for blocking 4 doors
Yeah. Yeah.
with your bullshit. Hope you have a great day.
Yeah.
Be blessed.
Don't make me laugh and I'll start coughing. Oh my God. Yeah, the stores are horrible. I
Ugh.
mean, $60 turkey dinner. Yeah, I can't even imagine what you're going to eat for $60.
You're gonna get
You
like
know,
store brand green beans,
a can of green beans.
the cranberry, the jelly in a can.
Don't talk about that. I bought 4 at the grocery store the other day. I love that shit. I put one in the fridge because I'm going to have chicken thighs for dinner tonight, and I'm going to have my cranberry jelly.
Nice. Hey, not mad at it. I don't like to chew cranberries.
Oh, no, no, no. I don't get the cranberries.
No, I don't either. No, I love the jelly.
Oh, okay.
I don't like to chew the cranberry stuff.
The skins are always so
Yeah.
tough on a cranberry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. That's it. You're right. That's why I don't like them.
Yeah.
The skins are always so tough.
Right.
Why do old people like it then?
I don't. I think they just need like that. They think the texture is extra fiber or something.
Oh my God, no. Stuff like that just goes right through you.
Ugh.
That comes out like corn.
Oh god.
Yeah, even a loaf of bread costs $5. How can you have I don't know.
I don't know.
We probably should stop talking about it because
I didn't look at the turkeys. I didn't even look.
everybody has had turkeys this year are cheap because the bird flu that we had last year and the year before
Okay.
has subsided, and there's a glut of turkeys. You can get a turkey for 59 cents a pound.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, why are my eggs still $5 a dozen?
That I don't understand.
Okay.
That I don't understand. And then I buy the cage-free ones, so they're $6
Yeah,
a
they're
half dozen.
yeah.
So
I buy these store brand cage free ones. So they're like $5.
And I like them just
They're
as
fine. I dropped
yep.
one on the floor today. I was pissed.
Oh my god.
I was just like, there's $75 right there.
Oh no. I only have 3 in my cart, and I could have brought you a replacement.
No, it's fine. Well, I knew that I had some eggs,
Yeah. Yes,
but
but
I bought a carton just,
yeah, that's what I'm gonna buy eggs at the grocery today because I know I only have 2 or 3 in my carton.
right.
And I eat a lot of eggs.
Yeah, we eat breakfast a lot.
Yeah, yeah. Went home and made hard boiled the other day, like I
Oh,
told you I was
nice.
gonna,
Uh-huh.
and they've been delicious.
Oh, good.
So,
Love a
um,
hard-boiled egg.
I do too. I put it on a piece of lettuce and it just is delicious.
Why is it so good like that?
I don't know. I don't know. Because it's so simple.
Yeah.
Because how could something this simple taste this good? I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Little salt and pepper, delicious.
Yeah.
Oh my, what were we talking about?
Oh.
We like to eat. We've said this before. We enjoy our food.
Yeah.
Um, and food is family to us. And we eat breakfast a lot for dinner, and it's good.
It's good. It's one of those easy to make meals that you can just you can throw together a bomb meal. I was in the kitchen for like less than half an hour
Yeah,
this morning.
yeah. And you went way out. You went above and beyond anything I expected.
Yeah.
I would have been happy with a tube of biscuits and a scrambled egg. That would have been plenty.
Oh no.
But then to add extra stuff, OMG, it was
The
delicious.
sausage gravy was a clinch decision. I was cooking, and I was just like, I'm gonna make some of that gravy, and I'm gonna doctor it up today. Because we bought at the grocery store, they had this like box, this 2-pound box of gravy, and it's in like 4 different packets, and you
Okay.
just boil them on the stove, and it was fine. It was fine without any doctoring, but it was much better with a little bit of doctoring. And mom was just like, ah, it's not great, but with sausage, it was much better.
And then I added a bite of sausage to it. Oh my goodness. That's what it needed. It just needed to be poured over the sausage, not the biscuit.
Right.
Yeah. Delicious.
Well, I was kind of hoping to use a little bit. I was kind of hoping to have um a little more fat in the sausage and get a
Mm.
little juice. But there was not a lot of fat in this
Oh,
sausage because there's a lot of burnt crispies.
y- yeah. Okay.
So I didn't want to put the
Well,
burnt crispies into the
you know what?
stuff.
I often find that the Kroger sausage that they have on the shelf next to the Bob Evans and the Jimmy Dean
Uh-huh.
is much better than the Bob Evans or the Jimmy Dean.
Right.
Like you said, it's less fatty
Yeah.
and it's got less artificial stuff in it.
Right.
I I always buy the Kroger sausage.
Yeah, and I got the maple flavored because I'm a little kid. I like that.
Oh my God, it was delicious. I don't often buy that, but I'm going to start
Yeah.
because it was so good. So good. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have a daughter that cooks. Anymore, I just cook to survive, I think.
Yeah.
Made a pizza yesterday and had it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it was okay.
Sure.
Could have had something else for dinner.
Yeah.
It was cold, but I put my big old olives on it, my garlic stuffed olives and
Dang.
green pepper and onion, and it was delicious.
Nice.
It was delicious. Yeah, pizza. I love pizza.
I cook most nights.
Yes, I know you do. I had dinner here one night this week too, and it was
Yeah.
delicious. Interestingly delicious.
Yeah.
I liked it,
Made um barbecue chicken sandwiches.
but they were zhuzhed up.
Yeah.
And they were
Because
delicious.
Justin is his all of his tomato based sauces are just too sweet for him anymore, and I don't know what to do with it because
I
I'm like, this tastes fine. It
Yeah,
tastes
I mean,
fine.
it tastes like it's always tasted because, they've put sugar in tomato for a million years because it's cut the acid.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make sauce. You could do that. It wouldn't take much longer than open in a jar.
No. So he wanted me to doctor up barbecue sauce. So I had to figure out how to doctor up barbecue sauce
That's
on the
tough. I
fly.
mean, barbecue sauce in itself is sweet.
Yeah.
I don't think you could even make barbecue sauce without sweet. It's a
I wouldn't think
it's
so.
a ketchup base.
Yeah.
And all ketchup is tomato and sugar.
Right.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah.
His taste buds are changing. What's going on?
Ugh. Just driving me bananas. That's just what I think
Just
what it is.
make your life difficult. Because, we we're a family that eats a lot of tomato stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of the food that we eat has tomato in it. So it's tough. And when you go to the grocery store, I don't make sauce much anymore.
No.
I buy sauce, but I
Yeah.
always look on the bottle to see which one has the least amount of sugar in it. Some of them have up to 6, whatever the serving, the thing is, grams. I try to look for the one that has 2 or 3 in it.
Yeah. Well, they don't sell the stuff that I like anymore.
Oh, no.
So that sucks.
Ugh. And you're gonna just have to go to the grocery store and look at every jar.
But I'm not willing to eat spaghetti every week like he is.
Yeah.
So that's not going to happen.
But I make a lot of stuff that's not spaghetti. I do pasta. I have a pasta thing that I make with
Yeah, I've made
and
pasta
I
bake
use
too. It tastes
tomato
like spaghetti.
sauce. Well, a noodle is a noodle no matter what shape it is in.
Right.
So I guess I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I love to put a jar of salsa over my chicken. That's delicious to cook. But there again, is the salsa too sweet?
Ugh,
I don't know.
I don't know. Drives me crazy.
I know. But that's okay.
Yep. That's what he gets paid for.
Yep, exactly. But overall, I think this movie was awful.
Movie
Awful.
at an hour and 46 minutes long. It was fucking long.
It was.
We were both playing on our
And
phones.
fidgeting, and I was looking at my broken toenail, and,
Yeah.
and, oh, there's my pen. It was this. I've seen some pretty rough movies here.
Yeah.
This was the roughest.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
And this movie has no blood.
Nope.
It had a little bit when the guy got punched in the face.
Yeah, he had a little streak down his
A little
cheek.
chin. Yeah.
Yeah, but
No blood, no real
nope,
violence.
nope. But I don't think it had a real plot or it had a real I don't know what it was.
I think it had a message, a real heavy anti-war message,
Right.
but
It was awful, Lex. And I've hardly ever said that about a movie.
right. No, I don't think you have.
I would definitely not look at this again. I would not look at this again.
I turned this on the other day just to make sure that it played,
Uh-huh.
and I turned it on and I like immediately started doing like 5 other things.
I completely understand.
I can't tell you where I turned it off at, but I know it was playing.
Okay.
But yeah, I immediately started doing other things because I was just like, "Ah, this movie is terrible."
I always try to pay attention. Even when I don't really like the movie, I try to pay attention to it. I couldn't today. I had my phone out and I was looking at my papers and oh,
Yeah,
it was
th-
difficult.
this was a rut because it's a slog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was difficult. But you know what? Now I can say I've seen it.
Yeah, now you can say you've seen an Ed Wood movie,
Yep.
and you don't have to watch The Girl on Lover's Lane. That's another movie that just drags on
Oh no.
and on and on, and it
Oh,
doesn't seem to go anywhere.
is that also a horror movie?
No,
Because this is kind of considered a horror movie.
it's like a film noir, like a crime drama.
Oh. Well,
It's terrible.
okay.
It's not good.
Was that what basically what Edward Jr.'s known for?
Just making shitty movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why people love him?
Yes.
Okay. I'm all
I,
right with that.
because there is. I mean, you have to appreciate that he put so much into his craft, to his art.
Yeah. Just the fact that he thought this was his tippy top movie he's ever made.
Yeah.
I He believes in himself.
Yeah.
And there is nothing wrong with that.
And to have that kind of confidence, who's telling what I could do with that much
Yep.
confidence? You know?
What would have happened if he had had a budget?
Right?
I mean,
If he had $1 million at his disposal, what could he have done?
right. Right. Who knows?
Yeah.
Made an even longer, worse movie?
Ooh. Just because it's 3.5 hours long doesn't mean it's good, Martin
No.
Scorsese.
No, you're right. I bet there's a movie now out. I think it's a Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
The Indian one?
The Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
he's
would
getting pissed that
I
the
would love to learn about that.
movie
Maybe see
theaters
that movie?
movie theaters are putting bathroom breaks into it, and he's all pissed off that it's a 4-hour fucking movie. 'Cause I can't sit there for you can't give me a large soda and a large tub of popcorn and expect me to sit in one place for 4 hours.
No. No.
I have a small child's bladder.
Plus, I wouldn't go there for. I'm not investing 4 hours in you.
Especially not into Leonardo DiCaprio. I can't look at his squinty little eyes
No.
for
Who think-
4 hours.
Who thinks he's good looking?
I don't know.
Oh my! But no, I'm not. I'll get the damn book and read it.
Yeah.
I don't. 4 hour move. What? We don't have time for
I
that.
do not have time. I've got all the time in the world. I do not have time for that.
If I was going to have to see that movie, I'd have to take a day off of work
Yes.
because I couldn't put my 10-hour day in and then go to the movie.
No.
Ugh. I don't. How did we get on that subject?
4-hour movie.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio, please.
Yeah. Take a bath and call me.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't call me.
He's one of those water conservationists.
Oh,
So,
God.
he takes a shower once a week.
Whether he
for
needs it or not.
3 minutes, only 3 minutes of water time.
Yeah.
Water conservation.
I often say, oh, they look like they smell funny.
He does.
He does look like he smells funny.
For real.
Him and Donald Trump look like they smell funny.
Donald Trump looks like he smells like diaper, like old man diaper.
Oh, yeah, that would probably be what he smells like.
Yep.
Mhm.
And whatever powder hair color he uses.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
And spray tan. Whatever that spray tan smells like. I'm sure it's not good.
no, it's
I've
not
never
good.
had a spray tan.
I had a spray tan. It's not good.
Ugh.
It doesn't smell good and it doesn't look good.
Ugh.
Anyway, what are we gonna do next?
Oh boy, I don't know. We're December is 5 minutes from now.
Yeah, I was just thinking. We've almost missed November.
Yeah. So I don't know, Christmas movie, some kind of Christmas movie.
Okay, all right. You got an idea, or do you just wanna? We'll see what we got. Oh, look, there's a Christmas movie, Dashing Through the Snow.
It's got Ludacris in it.
He's got a uh, Santa hat on. It's got to be good.
Luda's not wearing the Santa hat.
Well, I don't know. That guy there is wearing a Santa hat.
I think that's a Lil Rel.
Okay. Why would they be making a Disney movie?
Hey, Disney's where the money is.
Oh, okay.
Plus, Disney needs to Disney needs to recoup some of the money they lost on the Marvels. I don't know why they thought they could mass market Brie Larson,
Oh,
but
okay.
they made her Captain Marvel, and and the MCU is taken a shit ever since.
Oh, well, Captain Marvel's a man.
Not now.
He should be.
Well, he's not now.
Okay. Oh, well. What do you know?
Yeah,
Okay. Well, we'll find something good or bad.
yeah. We'll we'll find something, and we'll keep you posted on Facebook.
Yeah, and I'll put those pictures on Facebook of our of that
Spaceship.
model, that
Yeah,
spaceship model. You can buy them on
eBay.
yeah,
You can do side by side comparisons with my sweet tinfoil paper plates.
absolutely. You can spend $500 for one of those original models, or you could make your own like ours.
Or you can spend one that costs the equivalent of 35 cents.
Maybe you think. Well, you got a lot of dental floss on there. I bet you it's more than 35 cents.
No, I did use staples too. I found a stapler in my utility drawer. So
Nice.
I stapled the plates together because I was like, how am I going to get these shits together?
Could have just put a couple piece of tape around it. Okay.
So I stapled them.
Well, I think it's magnificent.
Yeah, I think it was pretty cool.
I think we should sell it on eBay.
Maybe.
I bet you could get 29.99 off of that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's worth the price of the dental floss alone.
Yeah. Oh my good heavens, Ness. Okay.
I have noticed, have you been listening to the podcast?
Not I did not listen to the last one that was posted. No.
Okay. I have noticed with the new audio interface that when we laugh, it doesn't really come through. It sometimes sounds like we're on a phone and we're falling down a flight of steps.
I'm going home and listening to that immediately. Oh my goodness.
Sometimes it's real clear that we're both laughing, and then sometimes it's like,
Like I'm having a coughing fit,
yeah.
falling down the steps,
Yeah, like you've got your phone and you're just like, "Ah."
and I can only hang on to the phone. I can't hang on to my footing.
Yeah. No rail, just phone.
Okay. Okay. I did not listen to the last one. How come? And you only did the other one recently.
I just
Just
posted
today.
Army of Darkness this morning.
Okay, I'll listen to both of them then.
So, yeah.
And I don't remember the one before that. So that
We watched Psycho 2, Halloween 2, and then Army of Darkness.
yeah, I
Those
don't
were the last three.
I remember listening to Psycho 2, but I don't remember anything about it. So
That's all right. I don't expect you to retain too much.
oh my God, I can barely retain anything. Are you kidding? Geez, they keep talking about dementia. Dementia is a big thing right now on the news. There's some kind of a medication. Anyway, I'm thinking, do I have dementia? Well, I don't remember. Did I eat breakfast? Did
Deborah
I take my pills?
Deborah was reading me the news the other morning, and she said, "Oh, they're finding a miracle cure for dementia," and she's just like, "Oh, it's strawberries," and Deborah is allergic to strawberries. She has anaphylactic shock
Oh my God.
from strawberry, and
My God.
I was just like, "Well, you're fucked," and she's just like, "I can't remember anything."
Oh my, that's funny. Oh no. You'd be allergic to strawberries.
Yeah,
Wow.
like she can't even eat strawberry candy,
Wow.
like strawberry flavor stuff.
Because it bothers her. Oh,
Yeah,
wow. Okay. Well, I mean, people are allergic to weird stuff anymore.
yeah.
I mean, crazy stuff. Morphine makes my face itch.
Makes everybody like I don't know how you be a morphine addict. Just the itching, just I itch right now thinking
Just
about it.
yeah,
My scalp
because
itches.
morphine's been around for
Billion
many, many,
years.
many years, and people have been addicted to that for a long time. Ow!
I don't know.
After I got out of the hospital, I itched for probably a month after that.
God.
My face itched and my neck itched. I couldn't get the itching to stop.
Oh
I
my
can't
God.
even imagine how people can do that.
No.
I don't know. Don't know.
Oof. Well, I guess if you keep doing it, the itching doesn't start.
Are you kidding? My itching started as soon as I got the shot. Or maybe you feel so good you don't notice that it itches.
Yeah.
And I was in too much pain that I didn't.
Yeah.
The itching came out over the pain, though.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Because that's usually a withdrawal thing, the itching.
Oh, oh no, my itching started immediately. Immediately.
Oh, then you're just allergic to it.
Yeah, I got him to put that on my notes so they don't give it to me if I have to go to the hospital again.
Yeah, that was a complete waste of time. That was a
Yes,
waste of drugs.
enough money, and it cost $90 for somebody to give that injection to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been getting hospital bills, so I know I see stuff like that. You don't pay that nurse, but $20 an hour, and you charge me $90 for her to stick a needle in my arm? Wow, that doesn't seem fair.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm with you, nurses. You do need to be paid more.
Oh,
I'm not
100%.
I'm not a good patient, so I know you need to get more money. Anyway.
Yeah, and I'm not doing that job, so you need to get paid.
Oh, my mother would have given her eye teeth for me to be a nurse. That's what she wanted me to be. I'm thinking, oh, I can't stand to be around sick people. Ugh. I can't stand to be around me when I'm
Yeah.
sick.
Why didn't she become a nurse with all her free time?
Oh no. No. She was a stay-at-home mom. Whatever. Whatever.
Yeah, okay. Very little sympathy for that.
Yes. All right. All right. Well, I think we did this movie good.
I think so. I think we talked a lot about it.
Yes, I it Ed Wood Jr.'s kind of a sad situation. I mean, he turned to drink early on and it overtook his life.
Yeah,
I mean, it really,
as it's wont to do.
yeah, yeah. There were times when he had his money sent from the studios to the liquor store
Oh my God, really?
so that he could just go. He had been mugged or something, so he decided he'd just have the studio send the money to the liquor store so he could just go get what he wanted and not have to carry money.
Huh.
And that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad that that's what you think about before you do anything. So,
Yeah.
too bad. He seemed to be a pretty genius type of guy, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just didn't have anybody behind him
No, I think that
giving
was
him money.
right. Right. If he had had money, I think that he could have powered out some pretty interesting things.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I learned in my studies.
Maybe just not if he had written them himself.
Well, yeah, maybe. he was, he was rather avant garde.
Sure. Is that
Yeah.
what this was? Avant-garde?
Yeah.
Is that why I don't like it?
Yeah, probably.
'Cause I don't have time for that
At least
bullshit.
at least we say so.
Okay.
All right, my love.
All right. Well, we've had a good time,
Yes, we have.
and we'll be back with our real 50th episode
Yay.
at some point between now and New Year's.
Absolutely.
So we'll see you when we see you.
Alrighty, bye.
Bye.